Morning, morning, morning. Those of you on YouTube, all right, morning, morning, morning to those of you on YouTube, those of you on Instagram. Okay, it's September 3rd, it's 9:08 a.m. and you are watching The Way I Trade. All right, I'm getting ready to go through my pre-market routine. This is pre-market. Market will be opening in 21 minutes, 9:30. So I'm about to go through my pre-market routine before the market opens up. We are having some issues on Instagram. Instagram is having some issues. Let's see if we can reset Instagram. All right, so we are in the pre-market. So I'm getting ready to see what's moving, see the movers and the shakers, movers and shakers. So I'm starting with my list of stocks that I keep. See what's on that, if anything is moving on that. I see something here. It's already trading 5 million in volumes in the pre-market. FT. So let me go ahead and put that on the list of my charts. FT. Okay. And nothing else is moving that much. I have here Mara, MARA. Okay, it's up $1.38. So, all right, let's put that on the list for now. MARA. And that's it from my, well, Mara is actually a low volume. I don't know if I want to put that on that list right now. Mara is only 300,000 trading. Okay, I'm gonna just put that to the side for now. Let me go on the high volume list. This is the filter for across the board of all the markets. And it's gonna look for the high volume. Okay. So we have to the very top, ANY is the one that's moving the most in 14 million volume trading right now, but it's way down from yesterday. So it's not moving in terms of up. It's moving, but it's moving down. This is the over on the left. That's the price for the stock. That was the close price yesterday, close price. Let's see if I can get Instagram back up. So the closed price for yesterday is over here on the left. Excuse me. And then there on the right, you have the current price. So that's how you can determine if the stock is moving upward in price. So here we have ANY, which is the highest on the list, but it's moving down. From yesterday, it's way down. So we're not gonna touch that. We're not gonna touch SQQQ. And then we have next on the list, MMAT, but it's not up that much. But let's just put it for now because it may go up when the market opens. It's up a little bit. So MMAT, so I'm gonna put that on my list of charts. And we have BBIG. BBIG is lower than yesterday. So it's lower. So we're not gonna put that on the list right now. And then we have SPY, not gonna put that on the list. And then we have Apple, not gonna put that on the list. And then that's it for the high volumes, over 1 million. And then below 1 million, we have GSAT. And GSAT it's not really trading since yesterday. So it's not really doing nothing much in the pre-market. Right now, it's actually at the same price it ended yesterday. All right, let's try Instagram one more time and see if we can get it going. If not, we'll just scratch its Instagram. All right, Instagram, let's see if we can get you going. If we can't get you going, then we'll just have to scratch Instagram for today. See what we got going on with Instagram. And we may be okay. So welcome to Instagram. Thanks for joining us. You're watching The Way I Trade. All right, so let's get back to it. Those of you on Instagram, you can join us also on YouTube so you can get a better experience, a better view. On YouTube, the YouTube channel name is the same as the Instagram, Zeus Trading. Okay, so let's go back to the drawing board. So we have XLF. It's not moving that much in terms of price movement from yesterday. XELA, not much in movement. EDU, LCID, and then these are lower in volume. So what I like to do is to now wait until the market opens and then see what is actually moving from there, because in the pre-market you have some that's moving, but then actually you have to wait until the market actually opens up. Then you will see what is exactly the ones that are high on the list. All right. Okay. So we have two from the pre-market. We have FTFT and we have MMAT. So FTFT here on my list of charts at close yesterday at 258 price. this morning, right at this moment, it's at 304, 304. And then we have MMAT, which closed yesterday at 537. And right now it's at 560. But it went as high as 610. So it actually moved up some moves a bit this morning, but now it's trending back down. But it's still higher than where it closed yesterday. Okay. Now the others, you're looking at my screen and you're seeing I have about 7 charts up. So I have 7 charts. That's where I put all the stocks that I'm watching, that I'm monitoring. So I have 7 charts. I can at least monitor 7 stocks all at the same time. So I can manage 7 stocks at the same time. And so what I do is I go through in the pre-market, see what is moving, see what the ones that are potential traders for the day, and put them on the list of my charts. All right. So, and then my charts are set for pre-market view. So right now, when I look at them, I can see this is, you're looking at the movement in pre-markets. So it's set for pre-market view. So all the movement that you're looking at on these charts are actually moving right now before the market opens up. The market will open in 8 minutes. At that time, we will see what we will trade. So today, not much in terms of a lot of stocks moving. So when we don't have a lot of stocks moving for the day, especially in the pre-market, I just have to wait for the market to open up and then see what the market gives me, and then take it from there. So this means that when the market opens, there won't be much of immediate trades right at the open, because I don't have a lot to work with right now. I only have 2, and these 2 are not really looking to fit my criteria yet. FTFT is not too bad. That could be a possible trade on that one. Still have to wait and see what it does when the market opens up, if it meets my criteria to trade it. And all the others these are all leftovers from the day before. So we only have 2 right now on the list that I'm watching, only the first 2 on my list of charts to the very top. So those are the 2 that I'm watching right now. Those of you on Instagram, you may not be able to see all the screen. You're not seeing all the screen if you're on Instagram, but you can also switch over to YouTube. ZusTrain, switch over to the YouTube channel, and while you're there, subscribe to the YouTube channel, ZusTrain. It's brand new. It's a brand new channel. This is a brand new program. So show your support by switching over to the YouTube channel and subscribe. ZusTrain. Same as the Instagram name. Just go to your YouTube, type ZusTrain, and it should pop right up. I don't think there's any other name close to that on YouTube. And once you get there, subscribe and you should be able to see the screen better. If you turn your phone sideways, or if you're on a bigger device, you should be able to see the screen better. All the stocks that I'm showing on my screen. So FTFT is now trending down, while MMAT is starting to trend up. And then we're just waiting for the market to open to see what else we have, what else the market gives us. So let's go through again. Let me go through my filter to see if there's any change here. This is the list of all the I volumes for the market, for the pre-market. And then once the market opens up, then it will still be the same filter that shows all the stocks that are trading the most volume for the day, sorted by from higher to lower. So right now on the top of the list, we have NANY. It's trading 15 million in volume. It's the highest volume on the list right now, but it's lower than yesterday. The price is lower. It closed at 940, currently at 720. So that's not a good trend. It's going down from yesterday. So that's not something that I would trade. It's going in the opposite direction. SQQQ, not trading that. And MMAT is the one that I have on my list right now. It closed at 537 yesterday, currently at 570, but it went up as high as 610. So I put it on my list to watch, my list of charts. And BBIG closed at 799, currently at 777. So it's lower than where it closed yesterday. So I'm not putting that on my list right now. And then Apple, not trading that. And then SPY, not trading that. The largest stocks in price, I rather trade those by options, stock options, either calls or put. So if they're high in price, then I rather to trade those by options, not by stock. Because I don't have a large account, so I don't want to spend too much trying to buy those large stocks in price. So I rather use options because it's cheaper. It's more risky, but it's cheaper to buy the options and trade the options. And if you don't know what I'm talking about the options, you can take my course. My course is actually online. I have a course in how to trade stock options. Stock options are more risky, but they can pay out more in profit even faster than the stocks. But it's just that it's more for risk, and you have to understand the risk. So you can learn how to trade stock options. Those of you who are on Instagram, my link is in my bio, and that will take you to where I have the training courses on how to trade stock options. And the best value for your money is to just take the bundle. There's a bundle that has a few courses in it. So it's best to grab the bundle as opposed to grabbing individual courses. So you get the bundle, then you definitely will get a better deal. It's very reasonable. So you can learn how to trade stock options. So very soon I'll be putting up how to trade stocks. Okay, so the market is now open. And let's see what movement we have going on here. So, right, jump to the top of the list. We have APOP. So now this was not traded in the pre-market. So APOP. Let's put it on my list up here, see what it's doing. So now it went as high as $9.60. Now it's at $8.75. It's trending back down. What else do we have on the list? We have the FTFT, which I already have on my list. We have MMAT, I already have that on my list. And now we have DD. DD is up just 38 cents, not much. So on the list of volume, not much in terms of stocks to trade. The one that's moving up right now is MMAT. MMAT is trending back up. So what I'll do with MMAT is I'll just watch it to see if it's going to get back to the high of the day. The high of the pre-market that it got to was 610. So let me watch and see if it's going to get back to 610 and past 610. If it goes back to 610 and past 610, then I want to see how high it goes. And when it returns, which is, it comes back, pulls back. When it pulls back, then I will look to get some stocks at that time. But I'm trying to make sure that it get back up to that high of the morning, which was 610. Okay, so we are actually live on Instagram and we are live on YouTube. YouTube is the same name as the Instagram, which is Zustrain. So if you're on Instagram, you can actually switch to YouTube. You'll see a wider screen. If you turn your phone sideways, or if you're on a computer, you'll be able to see much wider screen. You'll see my entire screen, I should say. For those of you on Instagram, you've probably just seen, you're just seeing partial. All right, so there goes MMAT. MMAT is breaking out from the 610. So let me set up my order for MMAT. So when it pulls back, MMAT, let's see. All right, so it's now at 640. So I will look for it to look for MMAT to do a pullback. And when it does a pullback, then I'll at that time try to get in. In the meantime, let me set up an order for FTFT. FTFT is looking to get back to that pre-market high. So let's see. All right, MMAT is pulling back. It's now at 620. And it's pulling back down to the 6. It comes back down to the 610 was the high, the pre-market high. So it may come back down to 610 and then do a turnaround and start pulling back up. All right, so we're watching MMAT pulling back right now at 610. And I'm gonna go ahead and get it and try to get back that run. Let's wait a minute, it's still pulling back. So I'm gonna wait until it, let me see. Well, we already know it went up to 640. So I'm looking for it to retest that high, to go back up to that high. Right now it's doing a pullback. So let's just see. Let me bring it up and see what it was yesterday. It's falling below the 6 right now. Yesterday it was 540 was the high of the annual. Okay. Let's see. So MMAT came all the way back down to 6. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it at this time. I'm looking for it to go back up to 640, to do a run back up to 640. Still pulling back at 599. It's trying to hold at that 6. It's trying to hold the 6 and try to go back up from the 6, but it's struggling to hold that 6. So if it breaks below the 599, then I'm gonna have to watch it and see if it's gonna go all the way back down to 540. That was the pre-market low. Okay, it's still struggling at 6. All right, so it's looking like it's breaking below that 5, that 6. If it breaks below the 6, it's possible that it's gonna probably come all the way back down to 540. So at that time, I would not want to get into it right now until it comes back as low as it can. All right, it's still trying to hold the 6. 6, so let me, all right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get it because it seems like it's holding the 6, so I'm just gonna get it. But if it breaks and comes down to the 5, if it breaks below the 5, it's possible that it could run all the way down to 540. So what I'll do, if it breaks and comes below the 5 and come down to the 540, then at that time I'll add some more stock and try to average out my price to get a run back up to 6. APOP, APOP came all the way down. I'm going to set up an order for APOP that came all the way down and now it's looking to go back up. So APOP came all the way down to 8, which is the pre-market low, and it's looking to go back up. So I'm going to go ahead and get APOP. So APOP, the I in the pre-market was 960. The market opened, it fell all the way down to 8. So I'm looking to get a run back up to at least 9. If it can get back up to 9, and that'll be a decent run back up. And then meanwhile, MMAT, I'm looking for that to go back up to at least 630, 620, somewhere there. I'm currently in MMAT. I'm also currently in APOP. Okay, MMAT, I'm going to take a small profit right now. It's struggling to go back up, so I'm just taking a small profit on MMAT at 612. All right, so MMAT got out with a small profit. While meanwhile, APOP is breaking down, so I'm gonna get out of that and wait for it to do another run back up. I'm gonna get out of APOP. It's breaking down. I'm gonna see if I can get a better price on that. So APOP is possible that it may do a double bottom. came down to 8, and right now it's struggling to go back up. Let's see. All right, MMAT was struggling to make that run up, but we already got out. I already got out of that with a small profit. So excuse me, I'll wait and see if MMAT will break below the 5. If it goes below the 5 and go all the way back down now to the 560 or the 540, at that time I'll get it again for it to do a run back up. I'm still looking at APOP. It's looking like it wants to break out. It's still stuck at that 830. I was in it and I got out of it because it's like it was struggling. But it's possible that it will build up momentum and do a breakout run. So APOP. So what I'll do is I'll get it again and see if it will do that breakout run, but it's struggling right around the 839. And there it goes, breaking down, come back down to the 8. So it's possible that it will just do a double bottom, come back down and touch the 8, and then go back up for a double bottom. And then let's see where it was, right? It's right at the 8 right now. It's passing the 8 and going down. So it's looking like it wants to do a double bottom. So let me get it now. Let's watch for a little bit and see if it's going below the 8. That's 795. So it's falling below the 8, 793. $792, yes, it's breaking all the way down. 789. Meanwhile, MMAT is also breaking down. Excuse me. 788, 788. All right, so APOP is breaking below that 8, but I believe it's going to turn any moment now and start to go back up with this double bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and get it and look for it to run back up to P. So let's see. Okay, APOP is breaking down even further. So I'll put in a stop at about 760. So if it goes below 760, then I'll get out. I got in at 792 for APOP. MMAT is also breaking down. It's now at 578. So I'm looking to see if that will go down to the pre-market low. The pre-market low was actually 540, or it may go down to the support of 560. There's a support at 560, so let's see if it's going to go down to 560 or 540. And then at that time, I'll get the dip. All right, so APOP is just free falling down to the 760 marker. So I'm going to go ahead and get out and then wait for it to form a bottom. I'm going to wait for it to form a bottom, and when it forms a bottom and it's stabilized, then I'll get back in. All right, so APOP broke all the way down to 760. I said that was my stop, so I already got out of APOP. I'm looking for it to form a bottom. Let me just take a look at the annual trend, APOP. So it has been trending up a little bit on the annual. So it's been trending up a bit. So And then for yesterday, so it ended at 550 yesterday, and during the pre-market, it went up as high as 950. And the good thing about it, it has volume. It's on the volume list. It's right now, it's on number 3 at the volume list. So it has volume coming in. So it's possible it's going to start forming a bottom soon and then looking to make a run back up. So I will watch for it to set up a bottom and look to start doing a run back up. That's APOP. Right now it's breaking below the 750. MM80 start looking to break back up. Meanwhile, on the list of movements, let's see what else is moving. We have ANY at number 2, but it's in the red. So MM80 has now taken over the volume list at number 1, but it's been trending down since the market opened. It went up as high as 640 after the market opened, and now it's came all the way back down to 5, I believe 570. Currently at 583, so it's looking to start to make a run back up. But I already took a trade on that and took a small profit, so I got in and took a small profit and got out of MM80 before it started to make that run down. APOP is the one that has been just breaking down. So I got into that twice and got out just for a very small loss. I didn't risk too much. Very small loss on APOP. Didn't risk a lot, but I got out before it starts to do this big dive down. So it's doing a big dive now. So that's going to be one to watch for later on today. It's already fallen that much. So since it's fallen that much, it's probably going to take the day to bounce back. So it may be a trade that can be taken. I can take it later on in the day when it starts to do a bounce back, because it's possible that now that it's fallen so far down, it will just start to do a sideways. Just going to start doing a sideways after the free fall, a sideways, consolidate, and then look to start doing a run back up after the midday. So I'll watch APOP for maybe a later trade today, and because it has the volume, so I'm thinking it's going to be going back up at some point, but may not be right now. It's just going to probably do a sideways and then build up the momentum and start doing a run back up later on today. And it's probably going to be the same thing for MM80 also. That one is still falling. I'm looking for that to probably come down to 540. 540 is the pre-market low. So if it comes down to 540, it's still falling, then that may be the bottom for it. And then it may form that bottom and start looking to go back up. APOP seems to be making us another bottom. At 763. Let me see what yesterday's low was. So it's still ways away from yesterday. It closed yesterday at 549. So it closed at 549 yesterday. So it's high above where it closed yesterday. So it's possible it could still fall some more. So it's very possible that APOP could still be falling some more. So I'm not going to get into that back yet, even though it seems like it's trying to make a turn back up now at 760. Seems like it's trying to make a turn back up. And there goes MMAT at 560 now. So that's the support. If it breaks that 560, then it's going to come down to 540. That's where the next support is. So it could very well turn at this 560 and start trending back up, or break below the 560 and come to take out this 540 low. 540 is the actual pre-market low. Okay, so APOP looking as if it's making a double bottom. Let me do a big screen on that. So APOP looking to make a double bottom. Let's see if it's gonna do a double bottom. Came here, and now it's started trending back up and turning back down. So let's see if it's gonna come back down to this low and do a double bottom to try to get back up. Okay, so now it's at the low, so it's trying to do a double bottom to go back up. Or it's gonna break through the double bottom and keep falling. Okay, so it's trying to do a double bottom here. All right, and then it's doing it's doing a reversal on the double bottom. So now it's definitely looking to break down even lower. Yep, there it goes. It's breaking down even lower than the double bottom. So, and it's going fast. Oh, it's falling. 728, 2730. So it's definitely free falling. So it's definitely don't want to touch that with a long stick right now. Just want to wait that one out. And meanwhile, MMAT is also falling, but we're looking for it to get down to this low. This low is 540, the 540 line, 545 to be exact. the 545 line. So I'm looking to see if it gets down here and start to form a bottom down here at the 545. If it forms a bottom at the 545 and starts to push back up, then that will be an opportunity for me to take a trade on that. Okay, here is where I said it could probably start using this support at the 560. So this could be a turning point for it. It could start to do a turn in here at the 560 and try to push back up, which is doing now, but you still can't trust that. Even though it started to turn around, it may turn back and do a double bottom here. If it turns back down and do a double bottom and start pushing back up, then it could be using this 560 as a support. Or it may just turn back down and keep pushing down and come down to the 545. But if it breaks any of these support, then it could be going further down. If it doesn't stop at the 560 or the 545, then it could definitely be just going lower. So definitely have to watch this and see what it does. Don't want to get into it right now until it gives you an indication of what it's doing. So it's turning right here at the 560. Just gonna have to watch and see what it does. All right, not much activity today on the market. Not much doing on the list of stocks. We're still watching MMAT and APOP. That's pretty much it. We're just watching those two to see what they're doing and see when they will make a turn to break back up, and then try to get some opportunity to trade at those points. But besides that, there's not much going on the list. Everything is pretty much flat or trending down. FTFT didn't do anything. That's one of the ones that I picked up in the pre-market to take a look at. But since the market opened up, it hasn't really done anything. It's been just kind of flat, up and down, but it still hasn't gone past the pre-market high. And now it's been trending down. That's FTFT. DIDI is actually up 54 cents. Let me see. Let me put this on the list and see what it does. See what it's doing. DIDI. So that hasn't gone past the pre-market high either. So DIDI, we have Apple, BBIG, GSAT. So not much Not much happening here. MAT seems as if it's trying to get that support at the 560 and making a turn for it now. So this could be the time to start buying. All right, so I may go ahead and get MMAT at this time. It seems like it's using that 560 support. So MMAT looking to run back up from the 560. It's making a turn back down. Let's see what it does. It may try to come down to that 540 area, or just stick it out at the 560 and try to use it as a support. So what I'll do is I'll get it at the 560. If it comes to the 540 and go below that, then I'll get out. But I think I'll go ahead and just take it at the 560. It seems as if it wants to use the 560 as a support. I'm just looking for it to run back up to at least 580 or somewhere there. So this is MMAT. It went up as high as 640 this morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it at the 560. Let's just get it at the 560. All right, MMAT. So I got in at the 566. I'm just gonna let that one sit for now. If it goes to the 545 and break below that, then I'll get out. If it goes below the low, which is the 545. But for now, I'll just let it sit and see if it's gonna try to use. We'll use the 560 as the support to start going back up. Meanwhile, APOP, let me see what that is doing. It's making a bottom. Seems like it's trying to make a bottom too. So APOP is trying to make a bottom at the 730 line, but it has tried to do that twice. It has done that twice and hasn't gone back up yet. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and get APOP at the 730 line. I'm gonna get APOP at the 730 line. All right, so APOP, I got that at the 733. And MMAT, I got that at the 566. So those are the two to watch right now. So I'm in both of those. I'm in MMAT at 566. I'm in APOP at 733. And both of these are on the I volume chart here, filter list. So they have volumes coming in. So you have MMAT is at the number 1 in the volume. APOP is number 3. So they both have volumes. So because they're so high on the volume list, I'm expecting them to do a run back up at some point. They fell so low. So I'm looking for them to do a run back, even if they don't do it right now, because we're getting close to the midday when the trade starts slowing down. We're getting close to the midday, but they both have the potential to run back up because of the volume that's coming in. They have the volume that's coming in. So for now, just sit and watch. MMAT seems like it's starting to break back down. Like I said, I'm looking for it to go up, but if still has another bottom, which is this the 540. 540 is another bottom that it didn't really get to. So it could very well try to push down to that 540 bottom or stick it out at that 560 support and try to use that to go back up, to bounce back up. Meanwhile, APOP tried to form a bottom and is looking to try to get back up, looking to try to bounce back up. So if it will use that bottom that it has, that will be great. All right, so MMAT has broken down to the 545 bottom. That's where I was saying that it may be coming down to that bottom at the 545. So now it's actually came down to the pre-market low. The pre-market low was the 545. So let's see if it's going to break below the 545 and keep going down, then I'm going to have to get out of that. All right, 545 is the pre-market low. It's currently at the 545 line. Let's see if it's going to use that support to go back up or break below the 545 to go even lower. Like I said, MMAT is the number one volume on the list right now. So I'm definitely expecting it to push back up at some point to even try to get back up to $6. So right now it's at 545, 49. Let's see if it will use that support to try to get back up to somewhere in the close to 6. APOP. Actually started to push back up. It went up to 550 something. 750 something. I got in at 733. It went up to 750 and change. And now it's back down to 739. So we're still going to watch that because, like I said, right now it's getting close to midday when the trades start to slow down for the day. So when the trade starts slowing down for the day, you have to kind of wait it out for the midday to pass off, and then you can have the trades pick back up and start doing a run back up or push back up. So I'm just going to leave these on, expecting a run back up to the north. Both of them, they're high on the volume list and they went high in the pre-market. They're below the pre-market high right now. And they also went, well, one of them went high in the regular market. APOP has just been falling since the market opened, but it went high in the pre-market at 950. And now it's at 742. So it has the potential to run up and try to get back up to somewhere close to that 950. because it has the volume coming in. It's high on the volume list. It's number 3 on the volume list. And then MM80 is number 1 on the volume list. So again, that one has the potential to run back up too. So I'm just gonna leave those two, sit it out, and see what happens. All right, so while these are on, I'm gonna take a break. My screen will be up, but I'll be stepping away for a bit while still keeping my eyes on them, but I'll be stepping away from this computer. So taking a break while these are on. All right, so a quick update on where we are. So APOP, I got out of that one. So that went all the way back up to 770, went up actually to 775. So I got out at 770. So I had bought it at 733 and it steadily climbed up to in the 770s. So I got out at 770 for that profit. That's APOP. And then with MMAT, I'd bought it at 566. It was struggling. I saw that it was struggling. It went all the way down to 540. I stuck with it and it came back up to 550. Well, right now it's at 565, but I had got out of it right at 550, I believe 555, somewhere there. So just for a couple cents on the downside, but that's nothing, that's not a whole lot. So right now it's at 563. So I bought it at 566 and it went all the way down to 540 after I bought it. Went all the way to 540. I stuck with it and it came back up and it's right now it has bounced back up to where I bought it, which is the 566, but it's still struggling to go beyond this point. So I got out of it because it's still struggling. So it's a possibility it could turn and start going back down again. So since it bounced back and came back up to pretty much close to where I bought it, I just got out of it pretty much flat. And so I don't have to take a big loss on this. So I got out of it. But now it's still struggling to get back up past the 560 area, which it probably will after the midday, because right now it's getting close to midday where all the trades slow down, volumes slow down, everything slows down until after the midday. So it may still push back to go back up even further after the midday rush. I mean, after the midday slowdown. But just to be on the safe side, I sort of want to just get out right here, just in case it turns back and go back down south. That would not be a good sign because it may not come back up to this point for the rest of the day. I don't want to get trapped into keeping it. So I don't want to get trapped into keeping it and holding on to it and get trapped in it. So I'm out of it right now, MMAT. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens after the midday. I'm not trying to get into any of them right now because it's getting right to the midday point. Even if it starts to break up, I'm not gonna jump in them because it's getting around the midday where everything slows down, everything starts going about south for the most part. So I will just sit this out until the midday break. And then after midday, about 1 p.m., I start to see what else is out there now, see what the changes are in the market, see what else is there I can trade. But for now, I am stepping away from the trading because it's getting into the midday break. And if you notice, the APOP actually turning and coming back all the way back down. So I got it at 733. It went up as high as 770. I got out at 770. It went up to like about 775, somewhere there. I got out at 770 for that profit. And now it has been turning and come back down. So possibilities that it's going to come back down to the 730 line, which is where the support is. So it's probably going to come back down here, do a double bottom for the 730 once again, and then maybe start going back up after the midday slowdown. Who knows, it may still keep going even lower. But for now, I'm out of that with a profit, so that's okay. And then with the MMAT, And I mean, the trend doesn't look bad. So it looks like it's definitely going to be trying to trend up. It came down to the 545, which I was actually saying that it's probably going to come down to the pre-market low, which was the 545. It did come down to the 545 over here, and then made that turn and started going back up. But I had got it up here. I got it in the 560 area, 566. And then it made that drop all the way down to the 545 that I was expecting earlier. And then it made that turn and started going back up. So now when it came back up here, I got out of it. So I'm out of it now. And now it's sort of, now it's turning back down again. So, excuse me, the possibility is that it's going to probably come back down to the same 545 again. And it could even pass that this time and go lower, or it could come back and start making a new bottom again to go back up. But because it's getting close to midday, I would not want to touch this again because it could definitely start going all the way down and may not get back up to this area for the rest of the day. So I would be stuck with that. Maybe get out with a loss. So I will stay out right now. And then after midday, revisit and see what else I can actually trade before the trading day is over. So again, if you want to learn about trading options are a little bit more risky. But if you want to learn how to trade options, then I have training courses. Actually, those of you on Instagram, just look in my bio and you will see the link that will take you to my training courses. Those of you who are on YouTube, I don't believe the link is in my description, but you can definitely go to gumroad.com/ZeusTrain. So the name of my channel, which is ZeusTrain, is at the end. So if you go to GUMROAD, gumroad.com, and then /ZeusTrain, which is the name of the channel that you're on. If you go there, you'll see all my training courses. I have courses in training how to trade stock options. And you can actually learn how to trade stock options. I will be having courses coming about those who want to learn how to trade stocks, which is what I'm doing now. I do stocks and I do options. Options are a bit more risky, but I trade both of them. So you can get the course on the options. I did the option training first, and now I'm working now to get the stock courses up. All right. And I also do music. So when you go there, you'll see music. For those of you who are interested, those of you who are creators and you create videos on YouTube, you can actually get music to put with your videos on YouTube. If you go there, you'll see a product called YouTube Musics that will give you music. I have a bunch of music there, original music that I create, that you can use to actually put on your videos when you do your Instagram reel, or if you want to do YouTube videos, or whatever, wherever you post videos and you want to put music behind it and you don't want to be slapped with copyright, you can just use these music. These are original music, my music. So when you go there, you can actually just click on the one that says YouTube Music. And right now I have about 9 with many more coming, 9 music, original music with many more coming. So once you purchase this, even when the new ones come on the scene, you will still have access to them because you're going to have lifetime access to these music. So when the new contents are added, the new music are added, you will still have access to get to those new contents, the new music. All right. So I have music there. I have training on stock options and coming soon, I will have training on stocks, how I trade stocks and what I look for, what strategies and so forth, right? So that's coming. So look out for those. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe. It's Zeus Train. It's the same. If you're on Instagram, the YouTube channel is the same as the Instagram name, Zeus Train. So if you go to YouTube and type Zeus Train, you'll see that pops up. Subscribe. And if those of you on YouTube, if you're not following me on Instagram, go to Instagram, type the same name, Zeus Train, and follow me on Instagram. All right. So for now, I will be stepping away from the trade. We get into midday and everything is going south. MMAT has gone down south again. APOP has gone south. FTFT never did anything, never took off. That we had on the list, never took off. And then on the high volume list, nothing much is popping. So I see some new names starting, excuse me, I see some new names start to show up on the list, on the high volume list. So possible there are some trades to be taken after the midday. So, but I'll be signing off from here and I will see you on Monday morning. All being well. For lives or spirits. So if all being well, I'll see you on Monday morning. Join me again. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram. Check out my training videos. That's gumroad.com/ZeusTrain for those of you who are on YouTube. And I'll probably go ahead and put it in the description after the live is ended. So I'll probably put the description. I'll just go ahead and just put the description link for the training courses in the description for YouTube. And then those of you who are on Instagram, the link is already in my bio. So just click on my link in the bio. You see all my training courses. See you on Monday morning, all being well.